Okay, this is Crystal here, and I promised you a sneak peek into 2022, and that's what I'm going to give you. In the meanwhile, do remember that the contest is still open, so you can still win a free tarot reading. The announcement of the winner will be done beginning of January, I think around the 10th, but I'm not really sure. But the contest closes on December the 31st. You can enter in the contest, and by doing so you have to do you just have to put, I am so confused now, you just have to put the words Angel 2022 in the comments, and you can do that here on YouTube, you can do that on Twitter, on Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, wherever you want, you can do that, and then I will enter your name into the contest, and then I will announce it around January 10th. And the last day to enter is December the 31st, but you can put it in any video, yeah? So the more you enter, the more chance you have of winning. So keep that in mind, and that's always easy when you subscribe and hit the alarm bell, because you know when videos come out, and you will also know about that announcement when it's going to come out, and whether you are the winner, yes or no. Now, let's dive into the sneak peek. I'm not doing this in a certain order or in the order of the zodiac signs. I'm doing this randomly, and I just pulled I just pulled a sign randomly from a little box, and I'm doing the readings in the order as I have drawn them. So it's a surprise when your sign is going to come up, so just keep an eye out and subscribe, maybe then you know. Hello, here I am finally with the sneak peek for 2022, and I have been really delayed in doing these because many things happened in my life, and yeah, well, it happened. And there's a delay, and I'm not going to do a reading for January. I'm going to leave it with these, and I'll be doing other sorts of reading instead of monthly readings. I think it's probably better I do readings more according to a certain subject. I feel that you are more interested in that, so I'm going to try that. I have a different setup, as you can see. The idea is that you see a little bit of the cards and like that. So I am still playing around with that. I hope you see it. I will hold the cards in here in front of the camera. I hope this goes according to plan, because everything has been sort of working against me. Now, also what I would like to ask you, I'm not going to ask it at the end. Please, could you subscribe? Maybe give me a like. Maybe share with friends, because I would really want to get to 500 subscribers, because then I can do a tarot reading live, and then you can ask me questions. I will read for you. I will do short readings, short replies, nothing yes or no, but short things. So I'm looking forward to reaching that number, and if we do, then I'm going to do this a little bit like that, because I don't need to be in the shot, only my hands, and then we can, communicate live. Let's see. Also, I do small bonus readings nowadays on TikTok and Instagram Reels or Instagram videos. So please check out my other social media for that. Also on Facebook, I have created a Facebook page. So subscribe, like, share, comment. Comments is always good. Don't forget, until the 31st of December, I don't know when this is exactly coming out, but until then, you can still put Angel 2022 in the comments to win a tarot reading. But let's start, and I'm going to wing it. I'm going to do a larger reading in different aspects. So you see I have many cards out, and I'm just going to do what comes to me and what my intuition brings. But we're going to start with just a word. For you, a word, and the idea of that word is all the decks have been shuffled, and I will shuffle them for each sign and cut and put together again. But here I'm going to find a random word for you, Leo, for 2022. And yeah, you won't see that, but the word is communication. And I hope it's clear. I hope the light doesn't interfere too much, because otherwise I have to change that as well. Communication. It says, I communicate from my heart, and love surrounds and protects me. So this is your word. And I think there is the need for open communication and transparency in your communication towards the people nearest and dearest to you. And it's very important. I feel there is, you can communicate boundaries, but you also can communicate when you need something, when you are scared, when you are sad, when you have an emotion that's difficult to deal with. To just say it, not suppress it, not put it down. So I'm going to leave this card out because this is your card for 2022. It's the word. So that, when things go a little bit like, oh my God, think of this word and ground yourself with this word and think how this word, how communication can help you when things get a little bit rough. So I want to put it really so that it's in view, but then I don't have that much space. So I'm going to put it here. I will refer to it again. So I'm going to go first general, and I'm going to start with the Light Seers Tarot, which is this one. Love these cards. Had to buy a new deck because I dropped one and then it got eaten by one of my dogs. So I had to get myself a new deck of these because, of course, you can't do tarot with one card missing. Not that anyone would know, but I'm not cheating, so I had to buy myself a new one. That was really ridiculous. And the thing was, I had it coming because I had dropped them before, or they fell or something like that. And then they were under the cupboard, but we managed to retrieve them. And I said to my husband, oh my God, if not, I had to buy a new one. And then a few weeks later, I did have to buy a new one, but because of the dog. So let's go here. General outlook. I'm not going to do a lot of cards for the different things. But what I see here immediately is that maybe in 2022 there is a need to protect your heart. We have the Seven of Wands. There is this need, and I feel this has more to do with boundaries and that communicating your boundaries. When people come at you, or when people try to invade your personal and your private space, I feel, and that is going to be present the whole year, it's time for healthy boundaries, to not let those people or those energies or those situations in that don't help you or that don't serve your soul. I'm not talking about, being self-servant or being egotistical, or I'm not talking about, only when it's useful, and then useful in sort of a negative way, usefulness by using people or using situations in your advantage. No. I'm really talking about, okay, what does my soul want? Listen to that and protect your heart chakra. She's doing that. And that is that protective bubble. You only let people in who deserve to be in that bubble. You keep energies and people out that don't deserve in that bubble. And that means Five of Cups. And that's why I read this card not like defensiveness, but like boundaries. Because there are things that are not going to belong to your world. And you're going to really see that clearly. And when that happens, I feel there should be communication about it with some people, but with other people, you don't have to. You just close it off. You don't let them in. You keep them outside of your bubble. I did a course once with a boundary coach, she's called Randy Buckley, and she's really good. And she does a course which is called Healthy Boundaries for Kind People. And that is this is really, it's boundaries to protect yourself, but it's with kindness, it's not harshness. But that always implicates, there's an implication here this year of letting things go, letting maybe baggage from the past go, maybe even healing trauma, and looking also at the silver lining. This is something that just comes up when I was looking at the card, because I look at the card now in my viewfinder, and that light sort of jumped at me, and the word silver lining came up. So for me, it's really also seeing the silver lining of a situation from the past that has brought you hardship, difficulties, maybe even pain and sorrow. But see the silver lining. What lessons have I learned? What can I take from this situation so it's not happening again, so that I can, better express, better communicate when I am hurt, when I don't agree with a certain treatment of me, with certain behavior, with a certain situation. You can express that now. So this communication card, again, it's linked in. Silver lining. Look at the silver lining, but let go of the past. I feel that there may be some trauma, or maybe some hardship, some difficulties that needs to be healed, needs to be processed, needs to be addressed. But it's going to bring you wisdom. And I feel that this year, it's also about recognition. Six of Wands, I feel this card for me has really nothing to do with these cards, but is really standing on its own. And it will be interesting because I'm going to pull some cards on career, on money, on relationships, on your home situation in general. But I feel, so these three cards are really general. So there is things from the past to let go. There is the need for boundaries, healthy boundaries, saying no at appropriate times, with good communication. But I feel there's also this time that you're going to be recognized for the true you, for your true soul longings, and for all the good and all the good that you have brought into other people's lives, but also in the world. Because, I feel that maybe you haven't earned all the recognition that you so deserve, and now you're going to be recognized for who you truly are, and not for what the past you showed you, because maybe you had a mask, or maybe you were trying to please people, or living according to expectations of others, but not your own. And now you're going to be recognized. And I feel this recognition is also you recognizing your own value, your true value. Yeah, that's really what it feels like. And that is going to bring you a lot of, yeah, I'm not talking this year as a win card or a victory card or a success card, but really realizing, yes, I deserve this. Yes, I am enough. Only in that realization is going to almost make you a different person. And so it feels like big things going on. Now I'm going to take these cards away. You can look at them. I'll try to put timestamps in, but let's have another look. So I'm going to put them in these cards. And I'm going to have a look at your career. I'm going to take these cards for that. And make some space, because otherwise I don't have enough space. So let's have a look here. So career-wise and money-wise. So professionally, what does the year look like for you? You have some plans. Maybe you have an idea, and maybe it's time to take, and I feel this is not a new idea. I feel this is like an idea that you have been brooding on, you have been thinking about, but you're now planning to bring that idea into the world. So the Two of Wands, bringing the idea in the world. But this for me is like an extra card telling me that this idea is not something new. It's something that you have been thinking about for a while, and it's now time to sort of take action on that. You're going to be helped by somebody. There can be an investor. If you're trying to get your own business going, that would be a very good year now. with all this, because I think this is maybe in the back of your head. You're tired of doing it for other people, working for other people, and maybe there is something that you need to do that you need some help with. It could be like a money investment, yes, but it can also be like a mentorship, that somebody helps you with a business mentorship, or who helps you bring this idea in a pragmatic way, who gives you advice on something. So this can be also a lawyer who, when you need paperwork, or when you, that sort of person. It can be an accountant, a financial advisor, but it can also just be somebody who has business advice. There is this really big breakup with the Tower card. There is this breaking up with the past. So I feel really that if you are somebody who has been working a job, a 9-to-5 job or whatever job, I feel it's time for you to break loose from that. Maybe that can mean that you go for another job with flexible hours so that you can arrange your time. Maybe that can be for going for a job that is part-time, so that you have more time free to start to work on that idea of yours. So this idea can be either, changing jobs, or changing the way you do your job, with more flexibility, with more, with more freedom to arrange your own time. And that can be by reducing time, but also with more autonomy. But it can be that you go completely for your own business. You become an entrepreneur. That is a possibility as well. Now, this Tower here is nothing frightening. It's stepping away from what you've been doing before. But then we have the Page of Pentacles, which tells me this is a completely new way for you to make your money, by being an entrepreneur, by doing maybe a completely new idea. And sometimes you will hear feet, or maybe you even see them in the camera. My dogs pass by. Anyway, this is a page. So a page for me is always quite a fresh energy. Please do not cry, Bazooka. Okay? Thank you. This was Bazooka, and here is Bazooka just passing under my feet. So he'll be annoying now because he does that, and nearly feeding time, so yeah, you'll get that. Page of Pentacles, something new, a fresh way to make money. And I feel that you need that. You need that to feel good. And also, again, here, with this mentor or this advisor, communicate, ask the right questions, and also communicate your idea. But because it's been there for a while, I feel this is the brooding on card. Like, it's thinking about it, but not doing anything, because this card doesn't indicate action. It's really just lying there thinking about your idea. But I feel this is the past energy, but now it's time to bring that into the world. And you have all 2022, because this is a whole sneak peek into 2022. So it's not like I'm saying 2022 starting January, you have to do this. No, probably what will happen is you will still be thinking about this, and then later on in the year this will happen. But there is this big shift that's going to happen with this Tower here. Okay, that was Bazooka. Bazooka is really my son's dog, but he's at my place. He has been for ages. And I think he will stay there until the end of his days, because he's an old dog. I only have senior dogs. I said goodbye recently to my oldest dog, who was with me since 2008. And she was sick. Anyway, I love this card for you, because for me this is success. For me this is like things really coming together for you in a good way. So we're talking here about career and doing something differently, in a different way, becoming an entrepreneur, looking for a new job with more flexibility. I feel this part of flexibility and autonomy is very important for you, but I feel these things can happen. And again, I just want to remind you, but no, let me just talk about this card. So the Nine of Cups for me is really things coming together in a good way, so that at the end of the year, you can sit and look at your accomplishments, how far you've come. And that I feel this is really the future energy. Farther, more towards the end of 2022, you will look back and say, okay, this was a good year professionally and career-wise. Now, what I wanted to say here is, like I always say, the cards, they tell a story, but the way they come to life is always with your free will. So this is not written in stone. This can work out completely different when you make other decisions and other choices. And some Leos will completely resonate with this. Other Leos will say, well, these cards I don't, because I'm not thinking about changing. And that is very possible, because we're talking general reading here. So if it doesn't resonate, leave it here. Don't really take it along with you. Don't even take the time to listen to this part and just skip to the next part, which is another part of your life. We're going to just, friends and family, and then we're going to love. So stay with me if you want to, or just skip to that part. Anyway, so don't take with you what is not yours. And if this reading doesn't resonate, what often happens, and I've seen it happen a lot, is that you resonate better with your ascendant sign, and you go to that reading and then you say, yeah, that is more me, that's what I'm doing. Or your moon sign. If you know your moon sign, then you can have a choice. You can either watch all 3 videos, or you just take one and see what happens. And then you can still watch another one. So there's 3 possibilities really, because those are personal, very personal planets. The sun, the moon, and the ascendant is not a planet, it's a point in time when you were born. But that sign is also very important, because it's your window on the world. So it's really how you look at the world and how the world looks at you. So it's very relevant. So I would suggest at least the ascendant. And most people, well, who are in the tarot world or in astrology, they will know their ascendant. If not, you look it up. You can do that on astro.com and put in your birth details. You do have to know your time of birth, because otherwise you can't calculate the house system and you can't calculate the ascendant. So that's a thing I would say. Okay, so this is your professional life. There will be a career reading for the first, more in-depth career reading for the first years, the first 3 months, the first trimester of the year, coming up soon in January. I will try to get that done, but I don't know, because next week the creches are closing here in Portugal because of the COVID measures, and that means that I'll probably be Nana SOS or SOS Nana, in case my son and daughter-in-law are working, and yeah, that happens. Okay, family and friends. So close inner circle relationships. Let's have a look at that. This is a new deck I got, and it's called Everyday Witch Tarot. It's quite a fun deck. Yeah, I haven't used it online yet, but I have used it for other readings, and I find it fun. Okay, let's see. Family and friends. What do you need to know about that? So we have the 6 of Wands, another 2 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Moon. I'm going to leave that here, because these cards, this deck, for me is my explicatory deck. So I'm going to just put it here in case I need it. So I feel, I'm looking at that communication card, and I feel that when you're having open and good conversations with your family and your friends, those people that are near and dear to you, that is going to be so good. 6 of Wands, look, there is this witch is surrounded by people. She's giving a flower, but she's also she received those flowers. There is a lot of wisdom you can share with people. There's a lot of wisdom from your life. And I feel there needs, it's a sort of like telling the story of your life, connecting with people, and yeah, taking care, maybe older, how do I say that, older relationships that maybe you haven't taken care of or been in contact with. Maybe contact those people again. I feel that your inner circle is really supportive of you as well. With this card, the Six of Wands is a bit different than in other decks. I feel really you are being supported by your family and friends. And it's very important that you know that, because, whenever you need to communicate something of, that's something that has hurt you in the past or something, and you need to tell your story, then you can do so. There's also the Two of Wands. I feel this Two of Wands. Look at, there's cats, there's lots of looking at the world with a different eye. I feel you're looking at the relationships close around you and your family in a different way, with a different perspective. And I feel that comes from a certain appreciation of their support. Maybe it's that you have been going through some difficulties here, and they have supported you, they have been there for you, and they still are, and that makes you look at those people. Some people, maybe they were a little bit in the background before, and now they have come to the foreground again, and you're seeing that, and you're appreciative of that. Now we have here the Eight of Pentacles. I feel this Eight of Pentacles is that you are rekindling these people again, your relationships, maybe also those that were in the background a little bit, that you're contacting them again, and you're making work of them. You're going to have a coffee, you're going to have a drink, you're going to have, a meal. Maybe you even invite those people over and you make a meal. There is more it feels like there's more interaction with those nearest and dearest to you that is going to be good. So I don't see anything really difficult here, but I am looking at that moon. And I'm going to take that card first because it's calling me. This moon, for me, there is a relationship that is maybe coming in, and this could be, we'll do that in the love reading, but I feel this is something that somebody new who's coming on the scene because of this Page of Swords. These two cards, I'm going to read them together, actually. There is somebody coming in your life, somebody new. That's very possible, but you're not sure about this person. You have doubts, and when you have those doubts, what I really would encourage you to do is to really connect to your gut feeling. And trust the gut feeling, because the gut feeling is what is going to tell you more about this person. But I feel this person, because this is a Page of Swords, it's all of a sudden somebody is showing up. Now, I don't know if this is going to be romantic or not, and we're going to relationships in a moment after these. I'm just going to pull an extra card on this to see what happens. Yeah, the Seven of Cups, for me, it's like unexpected. It's like a surprise as well. There is a bit of a surprise element here. Look at this thing here. There is nothing. It's just it's shrouded, or there's a cloth over it, or what have you. And maybe you know this person, but you don't know this person as in your inner circle. So now all of a sudden they enter more in your inner circle, but you have some doubts, and those doubts come from, I don't know where they come from, but it feels like, and just let me, oh my God, what's happening? Yeah. Well, I was expecting some sort of card like this. I think this, these doubts in this moon, they come from being hurt in the past, from a past hurt. But at the same time, the first card I took out afterwards was this one fell out. What is happening with you is, because of your surroundings, because of this supportive circle, and you having a different perspective on the people nearest and dearest to you and interacting more with you, you have a more solid foundation from which you can make decisions. Am I letting this person in, or am I not letting this person in? So basically, go with your gut. And the doubts, don't forget that, when we carry luggage and a painful thing from the past, when we carry that along, yes, we can be a little bit like distrustful. And that is sometimes, a good thing, to not just let anybody in your life and to just take it slow. So I would certainly do that, but also know that, you can trust your gut instinct, because you have created a better foundation for yourself in question of closer relationships. So yeah, that is family and friends. So let's put that gone. I'll be fast forwarding these, Okay, so let's do the love relationships. I'm going to use these cards for that. These cards, by the way, are oracle cards, so these are more for the end. I'll be pulling one off each. I've already pulled one from this one because that's the communication card, your card, and I'll be pulling these four at the very end of the reading. So now we're going to love. Now I'm going to do that a little bit in two batches. I'm going to do here for those who are single, here for those who are in a relationship, because otherwise it's going to be so confusing. But I'm going to pull them from the same deck. No, wait, I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to use this deck for the singles, and this is the same deck. You will see it's the same. It's not the same deck, but it's the same imagery. I'm going to use that for the ones who are in a relationship. So this is for singles, and I'll be pulling some extra cards from another deck. No, let me do it like that. Let's do it like that. This is for singles, and yeah, I may work it up. This is for singles. These are my clarification cards. So for those who are single, the love. Again, a Knight of Swords. Remember that Knight of Swords from the inner circle that was coming in? It was a Page of Swords. But here it's a Knight of Swords. I feel that's the same person. And that's a possible romantic relationship coming in all of a sudden, all charismatic, very sudden, very quickly, moving swiftly, with a lot of confidence. So for those Leos who are single, the possibility to meet someone. Now remember, from those relationships before, there is that moon. You're going to be you need to be, and I think you need to be, if you are one of those Leos who have had a bad experience in the past, please don't move too quickly. Don't do that. Just wait and see and follow your gut and take it easy, because I think you are in control now better of your emotions with this Queen of Wands. But there is also this inner knowing, this High Priestess that is present. And the High Priestess is that connection that you now have, and that you are now trusting with your intuition, with your instinct, with your animal gut, your animal body, your body reaction. Listen to that when that person arrives. So there is somebody new on the scene who's going to arrive. It's very much possible. I'm not saying that I'm going to pull some more cards if this is going to work out. I'll pull some more basic cards from this, by the way. But trust your instincts. Really, I think every relationship or every person that now pops up in a romantic way in your life or in a possible romantic, you have to vet them with your gut knowing, because I feel you are ready. And I feel you also have a lot more self-esteem, because in the past you may have been hurt and you're working on your self-esteem and your self-confidence, and that's a thing you're still working on. That's how I read this Queen of Wands, as if it's like not really upside down, but like a little bit sideways, like the full Queen energy, that confidence, that swagger, that I'm here. You're working on this. This is a work in progress. You're not there yet. So that's why you have to really take it slow. I'm going to pull more cards from here, and then let's see. No, but there is this good, there is hope. There is healing of, so you're working on this. This is a healing. The star card often implicates healing. So I feel that you're working on yourself, and this can be with help of somebody like a psychologist or a counselor or a therapist, to hurt that, to clean away the past, and that new person comes in. But I feel you have hope that this is a good person. But you have to go with your gut instinct. Let's see what else. Yeah, that is that person that's going to help you. That is that counselor or a psychologist or a therapist or a coach. Somebody who helps you do the healing part here, because this queen is in you. This queen is really in you. Look, there's lions here. Yeah, Leo, you can be that queen and this, or king. And that with self-confidence, with self-esteem, with good self-esteem. But I feel you're not completely there yet. This is what you're working on through healing yourself with the help of this person. But when this person comes in, you need to connect to your gut. Now I'm going to get some cards on this one here. Let's see. Another Queen of Wands. Okay, so this person sees you as confident. This person sees you as beautiful, as intelligent, as charismatic, attractive. This person is attracted to you. So let's see what else comes out. The Seven of Wands here. I feel you're a bit defensive though. And that is because you haven't done the full healing from the past yet. But there is also this hope that that person is the right one. But there is also, the Seven of Wands is a bit of defensiveness, a little bit of self-protection. And that is why I said take it slow and follow, trust your gut with it. But take it slow. I think that is the element, so that you can develop more of your sense of self here. Okay, what else? Okay, this has legs to move. Yeah, the Chariot. I'm going to... Let me just pull a few more cards here. Not on any particular card, but I'm going to pull a few more cards here. It has legs to move. Yeah, Ace of Wands. New beginning is possible. I'm just going to have to do something, because Ace of Wands, a new beginning. There's a new passion. It is a possibility. This person is really a possibility because of also the Chariot card. Legs to move. Wheels to move in this case because of the chariot. But also, it will involve some choices that you need to make. And that choices, maybe you discuss that with that, that person who helps you with the healing process. But I feel there is also like, this card is not only healing for me, it's also that you hope, you have the hope that maybe you have lost a little bit of faith in the fact that there is somebody for you, that you can love, or that there is love for you. But there is. So I like that. But don't forget, this is for 2022. So again, this is not going to pop up in January, yeah? This can be any time during the year, and yeah, he's the King of Wands. Okay, I am a little bit more at ease now. Yeah, this person is, you are also attracted, you know, here, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. And see, they look at each other. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, that is good news, Leo. But don't forget to trust your gut, yeah? That is very important. And heal if you need to heal. Get help if there is a situation that needs healing or that needs processing. Because sometimes there are situations in love that cannot even be healed completely, 100%. I don't know, for those of you know, that I am a coach and a mentor who helps people who are or have experienced narcissistic abuse or are still in a narcissistic abusive relationship. And sometimes those wounds are so difficult to heal. And I am, you know, they leave a scar, and that scar is never going to go away fully, 100%, just like all scars are never going to go away fully, and you can't remove it, you know, with plastic surgery or something like that. It's not the way it works in those cases. So I'm a believer of that, but I do believe that you can work as best as possible to get very far in your healing, but it takes a lot of time, effort, and willingness to do the work. So let's see, what else do we have? Okay. I was going to pull a card for financial advice. So this is going to be like an advice reading, huh? And this is going to be short. So, financial advice, money cards. Let's have a look. That's a good one. Knight of Pentacles. The money is following you. So I feel that you're going to be in touch of your finances, in touch on top of your finances. You're also attracting money. So if you are deciding to be an entrepreneur, you don't have to be afraid. The money will come in. Maybe not immediately, but it will come in. Also, if you changing job, you will have a promotion. A Knight of Pentacles, possible that you find a job where you're going to be paid much better. And remember when I said the conditions are going to be much more flexible, so that's going to be advantageous for you, because it could mean that you could do both, be an entrepreneur as a side hustle and do this job, or vice versa. Who knows? Anyway, what else? Money. Okay, there's also a thing here, Four of Swords. I feel this is two ways that we can interpret this card. When you have the money coming in, be careful of spending it. That means make the right investments. Think about the investment. Sleep over when you have to do a big investment. Sleep on it before you make a decision. I would say that. But I would also say that protect your money from other people that have maybe not your best interests at heart. Or it could also be, don't worry too much about the financial thing, because the more you just flow with it, the more money is coming your way, or the more abundance is coming your way in an easier way. Let me put it like that, in an easier way, if you don't worry about it too much. Oh, wow. I'm having this in my hands. You see me shuffling. And we have Pentacle cards and then that one. So yes, there is an exchange of money. There may be an investment. There is people getting your services, your business, or you're receiving money from, a promotion or what have you. So there is always an exchange of money, and money follows you in a good way with this Knight of Pentacles. I'll show it again. The money, see the pentacles following him, like the horse following him. But yeah, so I wouldn't worry about money too much this year. This is not going to be a hard money year. Okay, I'm not going to pull any more things on that. They're not Doesn't feel good, so okay, just leaving this here. And now let's proceed to, just let me have a look at my notes. Career, I did that. Romantic life, I did. No. I have to do romantic life for the people who are in a relationship already. Where is my mind? Anyway, so this is going to be the cards for people that are in a relationship, and how, what do we need to know about that? Who are in a romantic relationship, whether that's a long-term relationship, whether that's quite a fresh relationship, or whether that's marriage. It doesn't matter how the status is, I don't care. Just in a relationship already. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. This relationship that you're in, I feel that you're creating more balance. This card is pulling me first, the Justice card. I feel you're creating a little bit more balance in that relationship, and there's also going to be like, I think those two cards, these two Pentacles cards here, have nothing to do with money, but have to do with values. That relationship you're in is based on having the same core values, and that's good, because that brings harmony, that brings peacefulness in the relationship. And maybe it wasn't so before, so maybe you have been talking about that. And if you talk about that, because of this page card, I think this is a new element of the relationship that you are really incorporating, and having the big conversations about values, what is important to you, and also understanding what is important to your partner, and then coming to a compromise. Look at the hands coming together. Yeah. So I feel that this is an element that maybe has been missing, and that you're now dealing with because of the page. A page is a fresh energy, a new energy. So that's why I'm saying most probably it's something that needs to be done. So if you feel that sometimes you're not on the same page, and I'm not saying that you have to have all the same beliefs and values and ideologies and what have you. I'm not saying that you have to be a copy of each other. Don't get me wrong, because that would be so wrong. But at least that you express what is important to you, and that you listen to what is important to your partner, and you have the deep conversations, not superficial conversations, the deep communication about it, and the deep conversations, because then you can sort of bring an extra element, an extra value to the two of you together. And because you're understanding each other better, it's getting a different quality as well, because your core values, you share some of the core values you do share, and the others that you don't share, you sort of respect them from each other, and you incorporate a new style in your relationship, a new way of being together, which brings a lot more harmony and balance in the relationship. And here you're starting to bring that, and that I feel this King is more towards the end of 2022, when you have really sort of created a good solid foundation with this new way of being together. It's going to bring a lot of change in your relationship. Good change. Maybe your relationship, you think it doesn't need changing, but I feel that relationships are in constant flux, just like our whole lives. Change is the one constant thing we have in life, in nature, in everything we do. And if we stagnate, then sometimes things fall apart. And therefore, it's important to keep on communicating. That's my belief. And so your relationships are in flux. So it's also important to have these communications, so you can adapt your relationship style and the way you are together, and you come together. It's important that you keep on working on having inner peace and harmony, and a fair and just coming together of the energies of you. And you're going to be able to do that, but it's going to shift the relationship. It's going to make it better. It's going to make it better. And I feel, this King of Swords, is also, for me, it's the king that brings more clarity to some situations. So maybe some things, because you were not always communicating in a very transparent, open way, because of fears or what have you. I mean, I don't care why you didn't do it. There must have been a good reason for you not to do it. But if you stay afraid and you don't communicate, then confusion abound, and you don't want that. And I think it's time now to clear up and to gain clarity in some situations in the relationship that are not completely to your liking, and you have to have the conversation. And it's important you do that, Leo. So don't hesitate, don't stop hiding, and have the conversation. That's what I would say. Okay, so let's end now with, I'm going to leave this one out. Let's end with the oracle cards. So oracle cards I take randomly. I'm going to start with your spirit animal. Here, this one. So I always take them randomly. I shuffle the cards before, I cut the decks before, but then, for some reason, I don't know why, I always take them randomly. Because they're oracle cards. I like to do it like that. That's me. I'm just going to pull them. Let's pull them. So, spirit animal. Love this one. Panther spirit is with you. Reclaim your power. Yep, Leo, time to reclaim your power. Really time. And through communication, you're going to do that. Remember all those Queen of Wands as well? More self-confidence, work on that. Work on your own self-esteem, and see how powerful you can be, because Leo is a very powerful sign. Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun shines on Leo and likes, Leo needs to know that they are important and they are good enough and they deserve everything that they deserve. So reclaim your power. Beautiful card to have at your side. Now, a change in the wind. So this is the wisdom of the oracle. And there's always a phase of spirit here. See, there? So this is going to be a year where there's lots of changes. And we were talking about, this communication is going to bring a lot of changes in your professional life, in the way you are as a person, in your relationships or your future relationships, also with your family and friends. I mean, there is a lot of changes at hand here. So really see this year as lots of parts, with lots of moving parts. Don't be intimidated when that happens. Unexpected visitors. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle, and I'm going to get the booklet. Okay, where's the booklet? Here it is. So, Unexpected Visitors, number 41. What is it about? If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. Again, this is a year where you can expect the unexpected. And a lot of that is because you're much more transparent and open in the way you say what you need. You express your needs, you express your soul needs. It's not about using. It's not about selfishness. It's just about expressing what your soul needs to have in order to feel more joy and to be more happy, but also to have a more solid foundation. Remember that card of the solid foundation that came out? It was, I think, for the singles, but I think that is for all Leos. This is a year where you're going to create a more solid foundation as in your personality, getting a better understanding of who it is you really are, What are your core values? What is it you need and what is it you want for yourself? And I think through communication, you need to express that to the people around you and in the situations that appear for you, because that will bring then the unexpected might happen, miracles may happen. So I'll just read a little bit. Detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Expect the unexpected, no matter how detailed your plans are and how clear you believe the road ahead to be. There are times when the best plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances. At first, detours may seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events signals that the adventure of life is beginning to get interesting. No one can plan for synchronicity, for fate and destiny to meet, except spirit, who knows what you can't comprehend for life. Life is full of surprises, so stay on your toes and enjoy this exciting new adventure you weren't expecting. There's a plan for your life that may not match up with your agenda. So there are unpredictable things and synchronicities. And I'm thinking there, for those singles amongst you who may meet somebody new. But there also is something unexpected to happen in your career life. And it could also be like in your home life. Okay. This is so funny, sometimes these cards. Okay, so this is from the Moonology Oracle deck, and I took the new moon in Leo. First of all, new moon, new, yeah? Leo, your card, new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. So it's really important that you develop a little bit, self-confidence, and that you focus on that, you work on that, because that is going to bring you a lot of good things. Okay, now I need to do this because my battery is almost empty. Okay, so I'm just going to close it off. So Leo, an exciting year ahead. Want to know more in other things? As I said, I'm going to do more like subject or, subject readings. So keep in touch, subscribe, share, like, ask me questions. Help me get to 500 subscribers so we can do that YouTube live. And in the meanwhile, check out TikTok or Instagram where I put bonus readings and daily cards, by the way. Okay, Leo, that's it for you for 2022. I wish you a beautiful 2022. Really, really, really. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you that. Thank you for being here and hope to see you soon on my channel.